guys, so today I'm going to do my first video in my performance series. Quickly, what a performance series is going to be, for the next 5 or 6 days I'm going to be posting a video every day, or at least I'm going to try to post a video every day, and they're going to be all about performances, such from, putting on eyelashes, to putting on your stage makeup, to what to bring, and what today's video is, how to get over your nerves. So, in other words, how to get over being nervous before a show. I am a victim of being crazy nervous before a show, and I'm here to give you some advice on how to get over your nerves. So I'm just going to describe my experiences. I get so nervous. I think last show I started getting nervous about a month and a half before the show. And usually it doesn't happen. I usually get nervous maybe a couple days before the show, but no, this is a month and a half before the show. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh crap, I gotta shape up and dance, So, and it was really hard because being nervous, I let it take over my life, and I let it, all I would think about is ballet, and when I was doing something fun, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, but then all of a sudden, being nervous would just take over my head. I don't know if I'm crazy. I might be crazy. You guys might be watching this and being like, oh my gosh, she's crazy, but no, I get nervous so easily. So, anyway, how to get over your nerves. So, first of all, being nervous is not a bad thing, and not being nervous isn't always a bad thing too. Being nervous is couple ways of saying things mentally. You're first saying that you're awake and you're alert. If sometimes if you're tired and if you didn't get a lot of sleep, or if you're just not alert, sometimes, you won't get nervous because you're just you can't think straight. So, being nervous knows that you're alert and you're awake. Next, it shows that you care. If you don't get nervous, doesn't mean you don't care, because I think everyone cares how they look on stage, but being nervous, it does show that you care. It shows that you care how you look on stage, and that's what my teachers always tell me. They always say, it's okay to be nervous, it's okay, you're gonna do great. But, yeah, that's easier said than done. But some things to think about to get over your nerves, and a lot of these are easier said than done, but they're just some things to think about. First is think that you're alone. And I know you're probably going to get that advice from everyone. Just think that you're alone, and if you really work hard and just think that you're alone, you'll feel as though you're just in a studio and the only person watching you is you. And that will help because, you won't be nervous. Usually being nervous is because people are watching you, and just pretend no one's watching you. So yeah. The next thing is not setting your standards so high, and I know for me, I always set my standards way too high. I always say, I need to go out there and I need to be perfect, and if I'm not perfect, I can't be happy. And that is not a good way to think, and I used to think like that. I don't think like that as much anymore, but I used to think that I had to be perfect in order to be happy, and that's not true. And again, some of you are probably watching this video saying, oh my gosh, she's crazy, but I feel like sometimes I have to be perfect, and you don't have to be perfect. Sometimes if you make a mistake, most of the times the people in the audience won't know that you're making a mistake. And if you do, keep smiling to know that you're either like, oops, I made a mistake, or even, oh, she didn't make a mistake. That's supposed to be what she was supposed to do. So just think of it as, I don't need to be perfect, but as long as I try my best, that's all that matters. And if I happen to fall, or if I happen just to do the wrong move, it's okay, because it's not the end of the world. You made a mistake. It's okay. I make mistakes every day. You make mistakes every day. No one's perfect. So setting your standards too high can cause a lot of nervousness. So if you just bring it down a few notches, and that will help you as well. And the last thing I would have to say is think about who you're dancing for, and think about why you're at the theater right there and then. Just think about it. If this is making me nervous, then why am I here? If I'm getting so psyched out over dancing, then why am I here? And for me, I know that I'm there because I love to dance. I love doing what I love to do. Does that make sense? I love doing what I love to do, if that makes sense. I love dancing, and I love being on stage. Just the moments before being on stage are pretty bad, but once I get on stage, I realize why I'm there. I realize everyone looking at me usually smiling. You know, I see a lot of smiles. You know, a lot of people I know, I see familiar faces, and I just suddenly realize why I dance, and I realize, oh, I'm here because this is what I like. I get nervous for something I've been waiting for all year. That's my favorite part. I love being on stage, and it's just fun. So, I think people overthink what they're doing, and that's a big thing for being nervous is you overthink things, and I overthink things. So definitely try not to overthink it and try to realize why you're there. And remember, being nervous is not a bad thing. Being nervous is something that is normal. Usually everyone has it sometimes, but the difference is I think everyone gets nervous. I just think being nervous affects different people, and some are affected more by it than others. And I know for me, I have it really bad, and it affects me really bad. I mean, I'm getting better at it. I mean, my show's in a couple days, but I'm not that nervous yet. I'm not that bad, but maybe like the day before I'll be nervous. So yeah. And another thing is, you know, even if there's 1,000 people, or even if there's 10 people out in the audience, you know, you're dancing because you love to dance. And I think that's like the biggest thing. And that's what I say to myself before I go on stage. Wait, why am I nervous? Why do I not want to go on stage? I want to go on stage because I love to dance. And that usually just shapes me up. And I go on stage, I smile. And when I finish, I'm like, oh, it's done. I want to keep dancing. Yeah, so I hope this video helped you. If you have any other questions, or if you have any other tips, leave tips too down below, because I would love to hear them all. So yeah, if you have any other tips, any other questions or requests, or Dear Adrians, I don't know if you know what those are, but those of you who do, I'll explain it in another video. But yeah, leave them down below or in an email, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, expect more performance videos really soon. Alright, bye guys.